Hello, folks. There we go. Get some light. This is a great crowd. Lots and lots of folks. If it's too crowded in the back, maybe you guys can do me a favor. The folks that are here in the middle, if you guys can move in towards the center, and some of the folks standing in the back can come on in and fill it in, because I think we're going to have many, many, many people standing. So could you guys do that? Could you move in toward the center a little bit? I hate to start like that. Thank you. Thanks. Then some folks standing can come on down and have some room. This is great. I'm really happy to see how crowded it is. I'm going to get started as you guys are moving in. My name's Joe Urbina, and I want to welcome you guys to PCC's 6th annual GED Graduation Celebration. I'm a proud GED instructor and an ABE department chair. And I'm going to talk about this class, and we're going to do a lot of things here today. This is going to last about an hour and 40, 50 minutes, and you guys are really going to like this. But before I do anything else, I want to introduce you guys to the record-setting Sylvania class of 2013. Let me get this started here just a sec. Okay, before I get into the show, I got to do the Academy Awards bit that I have to do every year, and it's really important that I do it. I've got to talk about the people who contributed to their success. There's lots of folks, and a lot of you guys don't know who are doing a lot of these things behind the scenes. You guys see your teacher, and you might see the ISTs, but you're not seeing everything else that's going on. So I want to talk about that for a minute. I want to thank a whole series of folks that you guys may or may not know. I want to start with our Dean of Student Support, and that's Karen Paez, who's contributed lots of support and lots of something more important than support or moral backing or money. She's given us a lot of money. Thank you. We have 3 GED advisors. So when these guys are done with their GED, they go and see an advisor to get them started in college. And those 3 ladies, 2 of them are here tonight, I think, Mary Mermans and Jeanette Merlick. Kristen Sendang's not here for obvious reasons. She just had a baby 2 weeks ago, so she can't be here tonight. Kate Talbot is the volunteer literacy tutor coordinator, and I want to thank Kay for lots of things. Kay's helped support our classes. She gets tutors for individuals. She gets tutors for whole classrooms. And more important than that, Kay has brought some of the best tutors around, and what we've done with them is we've hired them as instructors. And so they went from, you can see their hearts in the right place. They were working for nothing, and now suddenly they're working for pretty decent money. So thank you, Kay. Yedeko, Sam Hall Yedeko. Is Sam Hall here? Oh, there she is. Hi, Sam Hall. I think I've forgotten almost every year to mention you, but I'm going to mention it this year. Sam Hall is the head of GED testing at Cascade. And about 3/4 of you guys took your tests at Cascade. Isn't that right? Most of you guys did? Okay, so you guys don't know that what she's done with the program there. Before, it was really, really a problem. Students would go over, they'd complain about things. It would take sometimes, and this is not exaggeration, sometimes as long as 3 weeks and even 4 weeks to get tests back, in writing in particular, and now we get them back like the very next day. So the changes have been amazing, and we really appreciate it. So thank you, Sam Hall. We have 2 federal work studies that work for us, Carolina and Maria, but I don't think they're here tonight. But they've been a big support for us. They work for us for free, for us, but the federal government pays them. I want to show you guys some of the staff up here, some of the people I was talking about, and I'm going to do a couple things with this. This is Rick Slavin. This is a math instructor. I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. This is Diana Fisher, our morning GED instructor. You guys can clap if you want. This is Lori Tribaum, the morning ABE instructor. This is Troy Hickman, the intake specialist. Thank you, guys. This is Mark Palmer, the evening instructor. This is Cindy Charactino, the IST and advisor. This is great. These guys are terrific. This is Coley McGee, the afternoon GED instructor. This is me, the morning instructor. This is Jennifer Trunke, the ABE instructor at night. And this is Marlo Urbina, who should get the biggest round of applause, mainly because she's my wife. So yay, Marlo. Okay, so let me move on just a bit. I want to see, you guys don't know that much about these folks. I'm going a little bit more detail with them. This is Cindy Charactino, our office assistant, and like you guys have applauded for her. But what you don't know is that the office assistants don't work 40 hours a week, or they're not paid to work 40 hours a week. She actually probably does work 40 hours a week, but she's paid for 20. So she has to have a part-time job, and that part-time job is varied from time to time. But she's an actress, and you guys may have seen her in Alice in Wonderland. She played the Red Queen. And so here is Troy Hickman, really a nice guy. And Troy's in the same situation. He's paid part-time, so he's had to work, and he's done odd jobs for many, many years. In fact, if you go back to the 1990s, Troy, in fact, was Vanilla Ice. Okay, and before that, he went back farther. He actually stood in for Evel Knievel at Jumps. Okay, so Marlo Urbina is a resource specialist. You think I'm going to do a funny picture of her? I don't think so. But what she's done for the program is extraordinary. We've had over 500 GED graduates that are YES students in the last 10 years-ish. Incredible number of people. She's supported them by helping pay their tuition and paying for the GED test, and then supported them in other ways by keeping them in class. It's the reason our program is the most successful at all of PCC, and I'm going to tell you guys details about that later. But you need to know that she's been center of this for many, many years, and we've worked together as a team. And one of the reasons we got married is because we already had like 400 kids together. But what people don't know about Marlo is that she was part of this motley crew at one time, along with Mark and me and Coley. You can't tell, there's Marlo and Coley and Mark and me. Okay, but Marlo, I'm going to get something for her. And I'm getting her this not just because she's done so well as a YES resource specialist. I'm getting this for her because she's put up with me for the last week or two. Okay, let me move on. Oh, I got to go back to Cindy here for a second. So, here I go again. Cindy has been my office assistant now for, is it 2 years, Cindy? Yeah, okay. And so during that time, she's also had to put up with me, so I got to be kind to her. And probably the worst thing that I did was she gives out birthday cards to people in our program, and she keeps track of everybody's birthday. And she had a really big birthday, about 9 months ago that we all forgot about. And she turned like 39 for the fourth time. And so I'm gonna give you this. She just came back from Hawaii, so I want to keep that going for her. So here's a lei. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, and a birthday card. All right, gonna keep this moving. All right, let's see who else we have on here. I forget. Let me move on. Yeah, these are our ISTs, and for the people in the audience don't necessarily know who they are. But in between classes, we have a lab, and people work on the computers, and they work out of books individually, and these folks help them. And Cindy's one of the ISTs, and so is Diana and Nick Penhollow here. So here they are. And Nick is one of the graduates, but he was so good, we hired him and paid him pretty decently as a result. So anyway, let me move on. Jennifer, here is Lori Tribaum, who's a morning ABE instructor that I mentioned earlier. And she's been here longer than I have. Lori, how long? 17 years. Wow. So she helps people get into the GED classes, and then we help them graduate and get in here afterward. So that's Lori Tribaum, and then at the evening is Jennifer Trunke, who does the same thing basically in the evening. Jennifer's been with us for 2 years, year and a half? 2 years? Okay. And Jennifer's the only person in this room can outrun me, and I don't appreciate it, Jennifer. We both are runners. And then here are these guys. They were also in a rock band. So there's Lori and Cindy and Kay. Let me move on. And here are the three of the knuckleheads. They starred in the new Three Stooges movie, Mark Palmer. And there's Curly, that's Rick Slavin, and Nick Penhollow as Mo. Let me go back. Okay, I want to talk about a little bit about the GED exam with you guys. I've got to go through a little educational process. The students know this stuff fairly well, but not everybody does. And so I'm going to talk about what is the GED diploma. And the answer to that question is fairly simple. It's basically a high school diploma by taking a test, right? Okay, and so some people think of this as a kind of an inferior test, and you'll see this kind of junk in the newspaper, but I want to talk about it to you a little bit. First, I want to ask you guys a question, and I want you to all answer simultaneously and loudly. What are the 5 tests on the GED? Really loud. What are they? Exactly. Perfect. Okay, so the 5 tests are math, writing, social studies, science, and literature and arts. So there's 5 different tests, and they test different abilities. And this is something that's done all across the United States, and it's also done in Puerto Rico and Guam and lots of places in Canada and a few other places. The subjects are scored by a norming process, and that norming process, I want to make sure you guys all understand. This is an important thing. When you guys are taking the test, and you guys may not know this, you're not being compared against each other. Not at all. Nobody looks at a GED test score and figures out what it's going to be from a GED student. What they do is they look at GED test scores, tests that are given to graduating high school seniors. So in regular high school, people that are 17 and 18 years old that are just about ready to graduate, it's done in June or May, and they're just about ready to graduate, they give them the real GED test. They don't write their name on the test, because if they did, then they get a GED. But they give them a test without a name on it. They take the test, and then the average graduating high school senior will score 500 on the test. So it's normed by graduating high school seniors, not GED students. So when you hear things that the GED is inferior somehow to high school diploma, you guys understand that makes no sense. It is graduating high school seniors that are being tested that they make the test up by. You guys got the idea? This is important to remember. If anybody complains and say, oh, you just got a GED, no, you're saying you're academically equal to or superior to a graduating high school senior. Okay, let me go on. Okay, so what the average graduating high school senior will score 500. So I had Nick Penhollow spend like 2 days figuring this out, and he figured out of the 935 tests that you guys took this year, you guys realize you did 935 tests. And if you guys went to Cascade, that's 935 bus rides to Cascade. Right? Yeah, that's right. The average score for a graduating high school senior, as I said, is 500. The average score for you guys as a class was 540. So you guys know how to do averages, right? So we had to add up 950, 35 tests, and and end up with a number that's astronomical and divide by 950. So here's the other thing, and this is you guys will be honest about this, and I think I can get really this time not a joke response, but a pretty clear response. Which test were you guys the worst at? In 3, 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay, so. And I knew that, and we all knew that. But here's what you didn't know. When Nick went and added up all the math scores for all of you guys, the average score for you guys was the lowest, but it was still 510. 510 average. Okay. So a little bit above average of a graduating high school senior. I was really happy about that. So another thing about the test in this class. Nationally, about 15% of any GED program will graduate their people in 1 year. About 15% will graduate their people in 1 year. This class graduated over 55% of you guys in 1 year. This is really, really significant. Let me move this forward a little bit. Okay, so every year, over 700,000 people take this test. This is the other thing that's not known very much in the United States. 700,000 people take this test. So after a long period of time, you realize there's lots of people with GEDs, right? In fact, 1 out of every 7 diplomas in America, 1 out of every 7 diplomas in America is in fact a GED diploma. There are millions and millions of people that have a GED diploma. There are many not famous people, and there's many very famous people who have their GED. I'm going to show you some of the famous people that have their GED so you can get a feeling for this. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. There we go. Peter Jennings, anchor of ABC News. Angelina Jolie. Ben Nighthorse Campbell. A lot of you guys have never heard of. This guy is a U.S. senator. A U.S. senator. You guys understand what that means. This man's brilliant. Christian Slater. Dave Thomas. The guy from Wendy's. Yeah, don't laugh. This guy was worth billions. Bill Cosby. And everybody thinks of him. Thinks of Bill Cosby as just a clown, but he's actually Dr. Bill Cosby. He has a PhD in education. Richard Carmona. He was the U.S. Surgeon General of the United States of America. In fact, meaning he's the most important doctor there is in this country. Chris Rock. Who might be the smartest person up there? I'm pretty impressed by him. Mary Lou Retton. She was an American gold medalist in the 1980s, long, long time ago, but really, really bright lady. Michael Jackson. And 50 Cent. Okay, some more numbers. I want you guys to know about the program here at Sylvania. I'll tell you a bit more about it. In 2002, we had 25 graduates here, and that's when I got here in 2001, and the class of 2002 is our first class. 25 graduates is all we had. And then in 2008, after 6 years of starting to build the program and change the program, we had 85 graduates by 2008. By 2009, we had 102 graduates. By 2010, we had 120 graduates. Now, you need to know what these numbers mean. Get an idea. Sherwood High School graduates 150 graduates a year. By 2010, we already had 120. By 2011, we had 166 more than Sherwood High. By 2012, last year, we had 172 graduates. And this year, you guys are the biggest class in the state of Oregon by far, with 183 graduates. Not just that. Last year was the most honor students ever at PCC, and that was 17 honor students in the class of 2012. The class of 2013 had 22 honor students in it. Nationally, 5% of all graduates with a GED across the country have honors. 5%. This class had 12% honors, almost triple the national average. It's really fantastic. The class is also academically prepared for college, and I mean academically. There's other problems, but academically, these guys are prepared for college. About a third to half of you guys each term end up in writing 121. That's the good news after you're done with it. And that's also the bad news. Writing 121 is really a hard class. And a tough way to start college. But because you guys go through Skills Tutor and you guys work out of the textbooks and you guys write these essays, when you go in and you take the Compass test to get into the college, you guys end up scoring pretty doggone high. College reading, 80% of you guys are in college reading level when you're done with us. And then math, you guys know math, right? Math 60 is generally where folks start, but not a bad place. Average student who begins here starts probably about 65. So not that far off. Okay, so let me advance this just a bit. Try not to mess it up. Okay, so the next question is what's next after the GED? Okay. So the cliche is for graduation ceremonies all over the place is some vague platitudes about your future, and they'll say, real philosophical things to you. And I like philosophy, but what's really next for you guys is pretty simple. It's pretty simple. What's next for you guys is PCC. Okay, straight up. PCC is giving you guys 12 free credits to take classes here. That's worth almost $1,000 or more than $1,000 in tuition now. So you guys pay like $65 for a class, and then you get $1,000 back. That's pretty good. Oh, I can't get that at the bank. You guys, when you go to PCC, you also have really good supports. There's Roots program, there's Pathways, there's a Gateway program, and there's something new called Yes to College that Marlo's going to be part of that Yes students should talk to her about. It'll help support and pay for your college at PCC. So it's something you need to know about. And then also, PCC has something that I think is really important to a lot of our students. A lot of our students need to get working and get working soon and can't afford a lot of time in college. So there's something called Career Pathways that you guys should talk to your GED advisor about. Career Pathways will get you guys employed in anywhere from 6 months to a year. And that's fast. And you go through a program, something like phlebotomy, where you draw blood from somebody, and in 9 months, 9 months or 6 months? 9 months. Yeah, you can have a job making between $15 and $18 an hour. A great, great program at a hospital. Okay, so I want to talk about something that's important, and the question is what have you done by getting your GED? What have you guys done by getting your GED? You've added some of the most important people and some of the best students to the rolls of PCC by doing that. And lots of you guys are going to go to PCC. What have you done by getting your high school diploma? You've improved your future. Grads make more money. Grads do better in college. They do better on the job. Grads get married at a higher rate, stay in long-term relationships longer, have families more often. What have you guys done by getting your GED? You've improved this community by avoiding the pitfalls of dropping out of school. Those pitfalls are somewhat obvious, but not always. Dropouts have higher arrest rates, higher incarceration rates, and I mean that by incarceration rates, if you don't have good support and you get arrested, you're going to go to jail much more often than somebody that doesn't have supports and doesn't have something in your background to get you out of it. Dropouts get divorced much more often. Dropouts have higher drug and addiction rates. But you guys have avoided those pitfalls by getting your GED. What else have you guys done by getting your GED? I think the most important thing you guys have done is make your community, yourself, and us all proud of you. Okay, what I'm going to do now, if you guys could put up the house lights, and that'll help me be able to see too. I'm sorry because I'm being blinded here, so if you guys could turn up the house lights, that'd be terrific. Is we're going to do something called audience reflections. And I do this every year, and this is the part of the show that I think people usually like the most. If I can blank this screen, there we go. That people like the most. And what I do is I walk out into the audience with a microphone, and I hand the microphone to people in the audience or graduates. Graduates, you can thank whoever you want with the microphone or not. You don't have to do anything at all if you don't want to. I'll just laugh at you when you leave if you don't. And then you guys can say whatever you want to say to the graduates as I walk around. And don't worry about it. You're just being recorded on TV, so it's no big deal. So anyway, so here I come. And how it starts is people are usually reluctant at first, and you're a little bit afraid and don't want to talk. And then in 5 minutes, you guys are begging me for the microphone. So here I come. Who's got the guts to start? All right.
I want to thank my partner, David, for his love and support, for helping me get this, and the best friends a person could ever have. Thank you, Nikki.
I want to thank my family over there.
I'd like to thank my mom, that's right there. Shout out to the sidewalks for keeping me out of the streets.
Anybody in the audience? All right, way in the back. I'm running around, guys. Got to look out. Wow, there you are.
So I'm a past GED graduate myself and a current college student here at PCC planning to graduate this next fall. And I have to say, every single one of you have given yourself a future. It's all you could have done to graduate, and you did that for yourselves. Nobody else did it for you. You had your support, and you did it. Be happy for what you've done.
Scene.
Hey, my name is Yasin. I graduated this program at 2007, and I'm about to graduate from BSU with a degree in mechanical engineering. So you guys can do it. All right. Work hard. Work hard.
Thanks, Yasin. You guys heard that, engineering, chemical engineering. Okay, who's next? Come on. All right, right here.
My name is Veronica, and we just want to congratulate our son Logan for a job well done, and we're believing for a bright future for you. We love you.
Could you make the lights just a little brighter, the lights? Okay, who's next? Okay.
I just want to say congratulations to my son. I'm extremely proud of you. Tyler, wherever you are. There you are. Good job, son.
Thank you. Pass it down.
Okay. I just want to tell Troy that we're also proud of him because he proved to us that you're never too old, and if you have a goal, you can meet it, and he proved it to us. Thank you so much.
happy graduation to James.
My name's Rainey, and I want to say happy graduation.
To her mommy, and I love you.
I love you.
This is for my dad. I just want to tell you that I'm so proud of you, and for everybody else, you've done a great job. And this is a thanks to all of you for your inspiration. Thank you. Oh, Elohim.
I just want to say congratulations to Joseph, the love of my life. I'm so proud of you.
There we go.
My name is Sandra, and I just want to congratulate my best friend, Rocio. That was our way to go, and I'm so proud of her because she got her goals well done.
Thank you.
Michael Robertson. I'm his aunt, Renee. Big group. We're very proud of you. And I didn't realize how fast you did get your GED, so I'm very proud of you.
Congratulations to my son, Zach Perry. I love you.
Son, I am so proud. You did such a good job. After this, I think we should take you and get your hair cut.
Way to go, kiddo. We love you.
I love you, Michael.
When they're talking to the graduates, if you guys could stand up and be embarrassed publicly, I'd appreciate it, okay? So just to,
James Lunsford, you're a rock star. Congratulations to all of you.
We just want to say happy graduation to Tristan. You rock. You made it through. I love you. I love you.
I want to say happy graduation to Tristan.
I would like to thank my father, and I would like to thank James Dean for all of his support.
thanks.
I just wanted to say happy graduation to my best friend, Keo Siminoff.
The brilliant Keo Seminoff.
Hey everybody, this is my sister Yesenia over here, and this is Lizbeth Castro right here. And I just want to say how proud I am of my sisters. Finally, they got their GED, even though sometimes they were on Facebook instead of doing homework, but they got through.
I'm going to say congratulations to my friends Tia Sonia and Tia Liz.
I want to say thank you to my family, my boyfriend, for supporting me. Thank you guys so much. I couldn't have done it without you. And thank you, Joe, for motivating me. And also, Rick is not here, but he also pushed me to keep on going forward.
Hi, I'm Nick Penhollow, and I wanted to thank the great teachers that we have and the great supporting staff that we have here at PCC Sylvania. And I personally wanted to thank my girlfriend through helping me out through this whole situation here. So, thank you.
Nick, you realize you are staff, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, just checking.
I actually graduated with my GED last spring, but Joe and Marlo are like family to me, so I just had to come. Um, it's really awesome. Blue's my favorite color, so this is really appeasing to my eyes. Seriously, though, congratulations to all of you on this huge step forward, and I encourage you to stay driven towards all your goals and enjoy your summer.
Thanks. Thanks, Jerry. Oh, Jerry, you know, I'm going to tell the story, Jerry. I'm going to do it publicly. I haven't done it before. I've had a challenge for 31 years. I've been doing this, and I had a challenge to students to try to beat me in a race in the times tables. It sounds like a little thing, but it's not. And 31 years I went without losing, and I offered, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to probably get in trouble with my bosses over there. I offered $100 to any student who could beat me, and I went 31 years with just going, I'm going to win, I don't care. And 1 year ago, I think it was almost exactly a year ago, this guy practiced, and he beat me, and he beat me badly, and I gave him $100 cash on the spot. So good job, Jerry. All right, anyway.
Hey, I'm Mikey. I just want to say to Tevis, Daniel, Stephen Williams. Hey, from the crew, from the fam, from the dogs, from everybody, we're proud of you. Party of Tevis's. No, I'm just playing. Here you go.
Thanks. Okay.
Hi, my name is Rosa Campos. I want to say thank you to my family, and I really, really want to say thank you to Joe from the beginning of the program. He just inspired us to go forward, and he is the best instructor ever, and he's going to be retiring soon, so I'm so happy that I got him to be my instructor.
Yeah, the $100 was the end. That was, all right, here we go.
Well, I firstly want to thank all the instructors that participate with the YES program and getting us here. I want to thank the parents for coming, because I don't think, how would you say, it wouldn't be as special if you guys weren't here sharing it with us and cheering us on. And I also want to thank Joe, Mark, Marlo, because there was so many times I walked out of this classroom and I thought I was never going to come back. And I'm here right now. Oh, and this is going to be in Spanish, but quiero darle muchas gracias a mi madre, María, porque no estuviera aquí si no fuera por ella.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to get a different part of the room. All right, I'll come down over here.
Alicia Thompson, we are so proud of you, and you can be anything you want to be, and we have no doubt that you will. We love you so much. And there's someone that wants to say something to you.
I love you, Mommy.
All right, a couple more, and then we're going to need to move on. Okay, I'll be there just a sec.
I love you, Dad. Come on, say it. Say, I love you, Dad.
I love you, Dad.
Say it loud, say it loud.
I love you, Dad.
I just want to say happy graduation to my brother, David Jimenez. We love you, and if you need anything, we're here for you.
That's it. Right. And then back there.
I just want to say thank you to Big Gary, Hillary, Jim, Tom, Manny, and the rest of my friends and family.
I would like to say thank you to my family and my instructors, Diana and Rory. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you.
All right, I just want to say thank you to my dad, my daughter that's 9 months old that unfortunately couldn't be here, and my brother, the one person that actually stayed in class with me and took every will that he could to make me pass this class like I did with him. Thank you, everyone.
Got a great voice. He belongs on the radio.
I just
just want to say thank you to my family and especially my sister for just supporting me through this program. And I want to thank Coley for pushing me where I needed to be pushed. And thank you for Marla for helping me get to where I need to be. And I'm just so excited and so glad to be sharing in this graduation with all of you guys.
Hi. I want to thank my mom. Where are you? Hi, Mama. I really didn't think I was gonna get my GED or any of that, but my mama and my teachers. So thank you very much.
I'd like to thank my mom for giving me the gift of life and for being there next to me through this whole thing and driving me to school.
Good job.
I want to thank coworkers that pushed me through this, my kids that are over here, my wife. Thank God you guys put up with me. Mark for shoving math so far up my backside that I figured it out eventually. And congratulations to everybody. We did it.
I'd like to thank my friends and family. My family's here right now with me, and as much as they've been my support, I love them so much. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
I want to thank my family. I want to thank my fiance. I want to thank Mark. And congratulations to David and to Liz. Congratulations, and we have to party.
All right. Oh, I think we're going to do about 3 or 4 more people, then I'm going to need to move on.
I just want to say thank you to Jose, Harvey, and Carla, and everybody that supported me. I really couldn't have done this without you guys. I love you guys so much.
I just want to thank my wife and my kid right here. That was my inspiration for me to actually came and did my GED, even though hard times and work made some room. Thanks a lot, Mark, because without you, probably couldn't do it, man. It was really good help. Thank you.
Hey, Mom, I forgot to thank you. Thank you, Mom. I love you.
Okay, over on that side of
And Marie, too.
I love you, Daddy.
Who's daddy? Who's daddy?
Jose. We just want to say that we're very proud of you and we love you and you did it.
Yay, Daddy.
Carly, thank you for being my sister and nice, and congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations to my brother Cataline. We love you. You're awesome.
I knew you could do it, Steve. Congratulations, and congratulations to all of you.
Thanks. And they're going to do one last one in the most difficult spot in the room.
Hi, my name is Aida, and I want to say congratulations, Laura. Good job, you did it. Everybody, nice, good job.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Thank you. It's terrific. I'm going to move on a bit. Get the screen back up. Here we go. Okay, what I'm going to talk about are some honor students now. I already mentioned we had 22 honor students, and I'm going to put some of their pictures up here quickly, and then after I have their pictures up, if you see their pictures, you can applaud, but I'm going to name all 22 of them. So let me get their pictures up here so you can see them quickly. These are all people who scored 650 or higher on the GED. And what this means, yeah, that's a round of applause. It usually means you're pretty good at everything, and I mean pretty good. If these guys were in high school, these guys would be A students in high school right now. And to get 650 average, it means you have to be good pretty much in all areas. You may be a little weak in one area, but pretty good in all areas. I'm going to read the names of all these folks. There's 22 of them, and you guys are welcome to applaud if they're your friend or relative. Spencer Rosen, Ian Harris, Josh Lauer, Chris Benton, Nicholas Toth, Joanna Nelson, Keo Simonoff, I'm sorry, Forrest Parkinson, Grace Shelley, Logan Brock, Melissa Jara, Robert Gomez, Zach Perry, Hannah Brukowski, Joseph Aparicio, Matthew Jacobson, David Fetus, Andrew Barnett, Jacob, I'm going to mess up your name, Jacob, and you're my student. Say it for me real loud. Thank you. Nobody can pronounce it, right? I'm not the only one, I know. Okay, William Schneider, Dominique Murray, and Troy Clippenstein. Now, you guys can identify the honor students because they have gold ropes, and this is a tradition at most colleges and high schools that they'll wear some sort of ropes to show that they're honor students. So let's go on to the next thing. And that's the valedictorian of this class. And I started an idea of a valedictorian about 4 years back, and I thought it was appropriate because this is something that's absolutely measurable. I know at high schools they have valedictorians, and I never can quite figure it out. They give at some high schools, they give A pluses, so you'll get people with a GPA of 4.8 or some silly thing. And so I don't have any idea how they can calculate it. We've got something that can really calculate it. It's called the GED. It's something that's really measurable. And I want you guys to kind of get an idea of what this is about. Our valedictorian, you guys just heard 650 average is an honor student. That's like an A student. Our valedictorian this year scored 766 on the GED as an average. And you guys know what that means, right? That's like scary, right? Okay, so this is the third highest GED score of the 1,350 graduates in the 13 years I've been here that we've had. There's 480 questions and an essay on the GED. That means this guy got only 4 to 6 questions wrong on the entire test. This is quite a feat. The valedictorian this year is named Troy Clippenstein. Okay, just a little more. I want you guys to see a typical GED transcript. And this is what the transcripts look like when you go online, right, on NRS Pro, so you guys can see how you did. Most of you guys are going to recognize this. This person scored, here's reading, writing, math, science, and social studies. You can see scores 570, 550, 440, math, right? 440, 520, and 470 in social studies. And the average is 510. That's a little bit above average nationally, and so this is a pretty typical student. And you can see here there's a 450 passing line, and 500 average would be about right here for a student. And the percentile ranking is mostly what I want you guys to learn. And you guys, not everybody understands percentile. It's an interesting thing. What it means is if there was 100 people in the room, on this test, this student did better than 76 of the people in the room, all right? And in this test, they did better than 69 people in the room, and here only did better than 27 people in the room, and so on. You guys got the idea? Right. Now I want you to see Troy Clippenstein's transcript here for a second. Yeah. Okay, the scores are impressive, but this is more impressive. You guys can see this, 99 percentile in every single area, Now that means if there's 100 people in the room, he did better than 99 of them, right? Can you get 100 percentile? No, why not? Because Troy was there. Right? So he's the one that got the one that was the other person, right? So the highest anybody can score is 99 percentile on the test, no matter what you get. You get 800, you get 99 percentile, right? And then sometimes when the test is so hard, you can get 730. Poor guy got up 730 on this one. 730, and he still gets 99 percentile. So this is an unbelievable score. This is a person that's good at every friggin' thing. He even speaks well and really writes well. You guys are going to hear him in just a minute. I'm amazed. There's, like I said, out of all the students we've ever had, there's only been 2 better than this, and this is fantastic. And I pity more than anybody else in this room. There's 2 graduates, and I don't know their names right now, but one of them scored 750, I think, and 740 on the test. Yeah, okay, you got 740. Sorry, man, you would have been valedictorian any other time. Just kick his butt when you leave. That's a great score, but it didn't work. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to go back. And so right now, what I want to do is I want to introduce Troy Clippenstein, who's going to speak to the class right now. So come on up, Troy. Come on up. Come on up. Okay, go ahead. So just say thanks.
Okay, I just wanted to say thanks to the staff here at PCC. It's been 35 years since I was in a classroom, and it took a lot of courage to go back after that long. And the people here at PCC made it very easy, and they helped every step of the way. So, thank you.
Right. Okay, let's go on a little bit here. Next up, I want to introduce. I have the pleasure of introducing our Dean of Student Support Services and one of the biggest rising stars at Sylvania, Dr. Karen Paez, who's going to talk to the class right now. So, Karen, come on up. Yeah, she's my boss too, so you guys are seeing me kind of kiss her behind a little bit. There you go.
Wow, Joe really owns this stage, doesn't he? He's amazing. I have to start by saying that I am awestruck by Joe and by this team, this ABE GED team every day. And students, I know that you see it in them as well. They really care about you, and they're passionate about their work, and they go above and beyond what anyone does here at the college. And I think our college is completely committed to all of our students, and I am just amazed by this team. So can we give them a round of applause? So, this morning I was taking a run, and you were all on my mind. I can't see you, though. I need to see you. I'm going to move over here. Can you hear me? No? Yes? Okay, I'll go like this. I'll just peek around at you. So you were all on my mind this morning. Seriously, you were. So I am relatively new to running, and I have been struggling quite a bit. And really, honestly, I don't even like to call myself a runner. And when I look at your GED faculty, Joe and Jennifer, and I think about the running that they do and how strong they are as runners, I'm really intimidated by them. Thank you. So when I look back, I realize the reason I'm so intimidated as a runner is that growing up, I was never very athletic. I tried to participate in ballet, and I was like at the back of the pack on stage when we would do our recitals, and I was the person that was just trying to copy what the person in front of me was doing, so I was horrible at that. I tried softball, and I ate more dirt than anything else. And then I tried soccer, and really what I ended up being was a glorified Gatorade server on the side of the field. So I've never been athletic, and my confidence has always been really low. But then as I moved into adulthood, I started to think, okay, I need to get active. And I recognized that my body was resistant to that. And maybe part of that was genetics, but really, if I'm honest with myself, mostly that was because I was afraid. It was fear that was getting in my way. And as you all know, it takes a lot of courage to try something new, to stretch yourself, to go the distance, to persist, even when your mind is saying, stop, stop, stop. So about a year ago, I realized that something had to change, and I decided that I was going to join a running group. And it's this group of amazing women, and some of these women had been running a month, and some had been running 30 years. And the first time I hit the pavement, I nearly fainted. It was horrible, and I was ready to quit. But something in me kept saying, you need to keep going, you need to keep working. So I recognized, I think, internally that something about this running thing, even though it hurt in the short run, was going to benefit me in the long run. Sound familiar? Yeah. All right. So it's been about a year that I've been running, and I've done two half marathons, and I participated in a 200-mile relay, and I'm training for another race next month. And I'm still slow as a turtle, but I run my own race, and I'm still running. So this morning, when I was running and thinking of you all, I woke up at 5:30. Yes, 5:30, and I'm not a morning person, so that's a big deal. Woke up at 5:30, and I left to go run with my friends, my run team, and we were doing a 10-mile run this morning. And I'm running up this huge hill, and everything in me is saying, stop, quit, go back down that hill, go back to home, get in bed, and sleep. And I thought of you. And I thought about all of the risks that you had to take and the courage that you had to find and the challenges that you had to overcome to be sitting here tonight. I know that there were days that you probably woke up and didn't want to go to school, or you were sitting in class and you wanted to run out of the classroom and go back to bed. Yeah, I see some head nods. But you stuck it out, and you trained hard, and you worked your biggest and your best muscle, your brain. You relied on your faculty and staff to cheer you on and your fellow students to cheer you on, and you made it. So today you're crossing a really important finish line. And I'm wondering now, graduates, what's the next race that you're going to run? What are you going to do next? Will you start a new career? Will you earn an associate's degree? Will you raise a family? We hope that you'll stick around and stay with us at PCC, of course. But whatever you do, we know that you're going to run your own race, and we are eager as a PCC family to cheer you across your next finish line. We are very, very proud of you. And graduates, on behalf of the administration of Portland Community College, Sylvania campus, we congratulate you on your accomplishments. Thank you.
A little late, but there's Karen. Whoops. Okay, let's see, what's next on this? Oh, yeah, here's what's next. If you were in my class, you guys all know that about 3 times a week, I do something in class called On This Day, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So you guys came here to graduate, and I'm giving you one last lesson, right? You can't get away. This is what I do, right? So I'm going to do one last On This Day with you guys, and I think it's going to be, you'll like it. I believe you'll like it. So let's take a look. On this day, in the news, it's with the New York Times here. On this day, in 1 million BC, Battle of the Sexes began. He-Man versus woman. Okay, on this day, in 1994, you'll notice when I do slides on myself, they're good ones. On this day in 1994, Casablanca was released. 1944. What did I say? Oh, geez, sorry. 50 years off. That's all. Starring Joe Urbina and Marlo Urbina. On this day in 1987, the real NC Hammer appeared on the Arsenio Hall show. James Moorhead said, "You can't touch this." On this day in 1991, Dr. Conan delivered the twins, Yesenia and Lisbeth. On this day in 2015, the long-awaited release of Saturday Night Fever 2, starring Oscar Ovanto. On this day, June 8th, 2014, next year, so this is predicting the future here. This is pretty interesting. Twilight Sylvania GED, starring Miles and AJ. And where's AJ? AJ didn't? Oh, geez. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's it. That's on this day. Give me a clap for it or something. Thank you. Okay. Next, we're going to do instructor reflection. So we're going to have instructors come up and talk a little bit about their class, and we're going to go in order of instructors up here. And so I want to ask Diane Fisher if she'll come up first and talk a little bit about her students. So here's Diane Fisher. So come on up, Diana.